Hi there, I'm going to show you how to compute new variables into SPSS today. Just notice this data set, we have a few variables up here that correspond to gender, age, the GPA, ACT, SAT, athlete. We also have an ID variable, but notice this ID variable doesn't necessarily correspond to a case number. Just a note. So to start computing a variable, we're going to click on the Transform tab and Compute Variable, and it opens up this box here. The target variable area here is an area where you can input the new name of the variable that you want. In the numeric expression, you can tell SPSS certain things that you want to be true about that variable. So for example, let's just start off here. Let's create a new variable. We're going to just label it variable 1 or v1, and we're going to tell SPSS that we're just going to have every value equal to 1. If you click OK, you'll see it executes. And now we have a new variable in our data set called v1, where every value in every case is given a number 1. There are a lot of options available in SPSS in this compute option. We're just try another one. So a compute, notice that when you open the second time that it does have the previously used dialog open. You can reset that here. Let's just create a new variable called variable 2. In this case, we want SPSS to know that every value is missing. So we don't want SPSS to give any value. You can do that here. There's this area in this box here called the function group where you can specify these different options. So we're going to click on all, which opens up all the possible options. And we just want SPSS to know that it's going to equal to system miss. So we're going to click on system miss here, and it opens up. It kind of gives you a brief explanation or description of what this function does, and you can insert it into the numeric expression by clicking the up arrow and click OK. And you can see now we have a new variable called v2, and every variable in every case is given a missing value. There are a lot of options. One thing that might be handy is to compute a new ID variable that corresponds to their case number. So we're going to go ahead and click Transform again and Compute Variable. Go ahead and reset this. We're just going to call this next one, let's just call it case num. And here we can specify what we want it to be. So we're just going to use this function group again. I'll click all. And notice the very first option here is this $ case number. Click on that and insert, and it's going to tell SPSS that this variable case num is going to equal the case number, or these numbers here on the side of SPSS. So if you click OK, we now have a new variable that corresponds to the case number. Notice they do have the 2 decimal points after. You can always change that if you'd like. Last, I'm going to show you how to generate or compute a new variable with specific commands. So we're going to create a variable, and let's just call this one, we're going to call it young female. We want SPSS to know that, well, if we want young female, so we're going to specify if your gender, go ahead and click this right arrow, is equal to 1, which means that they're female in this group, and if their age is equal to 17, to specify the youngest age group in our data set here, and it'll give this new variable called young female where gender equals 1 and age equals 17. So go ahead and click OK, and now we have this new variable where every value is given either a 0 or 1, and 1 indicates those cases that are female and whose ages are 17. So those are just a few options. There's a lot more options available for computing new variables in SPSS. You just got to play around with it and you can figure it out.